trooper gets kicked out of the MGM Grand poker room, and there are big changes to the Vegas vlogger list. Nick goes to one of the best late-night bars in Vegas. Crystal has a pro tip about high-limit bathrooms, and she gets a little emotional after leaving Rocktober because she is leaving her Vegas friends. Lindsay is having a difficult time sleeping because she needs another prescription from Dr. Angry Orchards. Pennies goes to the beer garden at Luxor before the Raiders game, and through My Vegas Rewards, he gets a suite with all-you-can-drink Budweisers, otherwise known as Penny's Heaven. I think Penny's is dying because he can see the bright light of heaven. Danny finds out why Hog doesn't like the Bellagio fountains. And Hot Dog Gate involved Hog and 2 Cent and someone being a wiener. Cal Christie went to Area 15 and has a good description for the place, calling it shared exhibition space. And Cal had really strong feelings about Omega Mart, but were they good or bad? Penny's loves Wynn for the late checkout and has 68 reasons not to like Bally's, but a Budweiser at stage door makes everything all right. Then Penny's hangs out with someone who has had about 5,000 different beers before going somewhere that has beers for less than $1. Christina, Anthony, the Kinos, and Mercy do a 180 for Andy. Lindsay loves to hear about Star Trek from Michael. Did you know that both of them do not like coffee? Penny's does a form of gambling he has not done in a while. Katie and Spencer are back in Vegas, and Katie has only one mahi, not a mahi-mahi. Tamara Gordon Duder played old-school bingo at the plaza on paper, and Duder discovered that you can't drink while playing on paper because you are constantly dabbing. There was a big taxable winner that night, but who? The trooper was kicked out of the MGM Grand poker room, but he doesn't believe that he was at fault, and he has some support from other players. The Wicked Spoon had a wicked line, like over 3 hours long. And there was a little dirty dancing at Harrah's Piano Bar. Not the song, but the dancing. The Kinos ride all 3 Strat rides with JR Food and Travels, and like Josh and Rachel, one of the Kinos wasn't so keen on going on the rides. But did Kino Kid bail or not? A woman asked Michelle where she got her lip color, and you would never guess where Michelle got her lip color. Duder finds Kino Kid in the wild playing Keno. Lindsay and Michael really started having fun at the slots after the cleaning lady came by really late at night. Melissa and Enrique go to Rocktober. What's the worst that can happen? How about Mustache Dave dancing on a pole? It looks like the coin show is trying to make a few coins on the Fremont Street Circle as they spend day 9 downtown, and they have a few drinks with S&S Slots Adventures. Outside his family, can you guess which place is Penny's one true love? Ken stops by the Westgate for Trooper Thursday. Lindsay and Michael meet Bobby G and get a lovely parting gift before having the best soup they ever had. Michael discovers the greatest achievement for America, and it was on the Thanksgiving table. At the end of the night, Lindsay gave a lovely gift to someone. The troopers go to dinner with Hog and 2 Cent. You will see their version in about 6 months. Michelle recounts the horror of forgetting her purse in the casino area of Aria. Michelle was eventually reunited with her close friend Louie. Katie and Spence stopped by the ice rink at Cosmo on their tour of holiday decorations at strip hotels. Day 7 for Penny's included hanging out with Seek and Vegas Sunrise and JR Food and Travels. Ernie and Mo are on the go to Rocktober, and we find out what Mo said to Ernie at their wedding rehearsal dinner. Apparently, Michelle does not have the same camera as Joe.
You won't believe all the things you can do at the new Stardust Hotel and Casino. You won't believe all the shows you can see, like the Lido de Paris.
Starring the award-winning comedy of Bobby Veracini's Orangutans, a Las Vegas spectacular.
The Stardust Hotel and Casino.
If you spend $100 on a meal for 2 people, the water, known by some as still water, should be free. Happy birthday, Simone. Sean reports that the Aero Bar at Area 15 should be open by early next year. Jason wonders if big tech could come to Vegas. Jacob goes over the busiest and most expensive time for Vegas. Danny interviews Matt Bridger to find out what are his Vegas favorites, with a part 2 bonus talking about favorite Morrissey songs. Steven goes over which places have free and paid parking. Julian interviews Chris Rainey of Yellow Productions, and they talk about being a vlogger. Thank you, Vegas vloggers. I didn't mean to leave out any vloggers, but that is the nature of these kind of things. A Metro officer ran up on a guy thinking that the guy was hanging out with Mary Jane. Weed consumption is not legal in public areas or hotel rooms, but recently the law was amended to allow marijuana lounges because tourists have nowhere to smoke, and these lounges should be open in the near future. Norma goes on a tour that is on and off the strip, and it appears that vlogging has really aged Norma because her hair has turned gray. Lacey goes over the events for the holidays. Steven's live streams from home will remain available to the public when live, but only members will be able to watch the replay later on. The live streams on the street will remain public for replays. Jacob with a tool you can use to find out the crime level of different parts of Vegas. Steven wonders how the new Omicron variant might affect Vegas. Ronnie C., who is a big supporter of Vegas vloggers, posted his first Vegas vlog yesterday of the Bellagio Conservatory. And it was no surprise to see the dozen or so comments were all from big supporters of the community, including Vegas vloggers. Dale and Paula check out the holiday decorations on the strip. Jacob discovered that Resorts World had 56% occupancy during the third quarter. Chris and Catherine interview Vegas Best Ideas and find out the backstory on the Pineapple and Triple Ripple. Jason talks about the new rules and regulations sign on Fremont Street. There is a big change this week to the vlogger list. No more sub-count rankings, but instead a list based on the oldest Vegas vlogs for each vlogger. The change was made to save time on production because this list never changes. I only add to it. Every Vegas vlogger with at least 100 subs will be listed, but gambling vloggers like Brian Christopher Slots will still not be on this list because gambling is no longer a Vegas-specific activity. Please check to make sure you are on the list and your date for your oldest Vegas vlog is correct. Non-Vegas vlogs don't count. Here is the weekly scheduled live streams. And here are the vlogger events. There is still no rain in sight for the next 10 days, but the low should be under 50 degrees. And here are the monthly averages for Vegas.